What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Hawkeye / Ronin, the deluxe version from Hot Toys, and you can order this figure at bigbadtoystore.com. Just click the link down below. Beautiful figure, man. And there's a lot of controversies revolving this figure because of the head sculpt primarily, and we're going to take a look at that later. A lot of people are saying he looks Asian. You know, we're just going to discuss it right now. I am Asian myself, and I don't see myself looking like Hawkeye. But, you know, it's still a fantastic figure regardless of whatever you look at it. Now, I personally don't have any Hawkeye anymore. I sold my Age of Ultron, which is my only Hawkeye. He's one of those figures that, you know, if you're trying to form the Avengers, he's not on the forefront. You know, obviously there's going to be Iron Man and Thor and Captain America, but you're kind of like, you kind of need to have him in your collection. Him and Black Widow. Hulk is, you know, is there. They've only made like, what, 3 Hulks so far, and he's an unusual figure because of his size, you know, how much space he takes. And, you know, I wouldn't be opposed. Where there's going to be 4 Hulks now once they announce the Endgame version as well. So that's, I'm not even sure if I want to get that. But as far as Ronin / Hawkeye, I believe that what he has, so we got this, the Avengers version, Civil War version, Age of Ultron version, and now him. So there's 4 versions now of Hawkeye. And I believe that this is the best one so far. And I know we say that a lot to Hot Toys figures. And for the most part, the most latest one is the best one because technology have changed and all that stuff. But let me show you why. There's so many accessories on this guy, so many options that you can change around. That's I believe what makes him the best Hawkeye as of yet. Now, whether we're gonna see future versions of this guy, I'm not quite sure. What I am sure about is this is one of the versions of one of the best movies that Marvel has ever created, you know, with the core of the Avengers. That's why this is a bit special for me, so that's why I decided to pick this up ultimately, and Black Widow as well. As you can see here, I've only owned the Age of Ultron Hawkeye, and he comes with his own kind of plastic container as well when it comes to the arrow tips and all that stuff, the shuriken. Obviously, this has more accessories than my Age of Ultron, which is terrific. So with this, I don't have to individually take them out because they're tiny. You know, I can put them in the container. If you haven't seen my tutorial for that, you know, for accessories for your Hot Toys and all that stuff, I highly suggest you do so. But, you know, he comes with a lot of accessories, and that means not all of them you're going to use. With this bows as well, I mean, these arrows. You know, you can insert the tips. I didn't. You know, I just put in 2 for display purposes. For the most part, those long arrows, you're not going to use them. You're probably going to use 1. The other ones, you can put them on his feet or hide them, you know, like keep them away. The 6 short ones, you're going to keep on his quiver, which is going to be placed on his back. This dagger, I don't know if you're gonna have him hold this. He has a sword as well that you can interchange with the quiver that's gonna be on his back. So you're gonna use one or the other. You know, even if you buy 2, unless you just buy a body and decided to make a Ronin out of this, some accessories are gonna be left behind. So that is, you know, the deluxe version. Even not the deluxe version, sometimes I feel like, you know, I just wanted a slim version because I don't use most of them. This is the quiver that he does have. It is beautiful. Everything is nicely crafted. You can see the bottom part there, which is not really what it is. So what you do is you just see there's no arrows in there, but you can see the tips, which is a nice touch because you don't necessarily need to attach those. So the short ones, I guess you can insert, you know, like tips in there. You know, but you don't really have to. This is just for show. So it looks like his quiver is full, and this is the stand. The first time that I'm seeing actually the end game design, and this is mostly the parts that you would use to assemble Ronin, which is different types of gloves. You can see it right away. It has some gold trims on it compared to the typical Hawkeye. He has different gauntlets and the sword itself that he used, I believe, just in one scene on Endgame when he was in Japan, just lashing people left and right. It's a beautiful look as well. Especially, I do have the Batman, Ninja Batman from Star A, so they complement each other very well. This is the, I guess, the vest, the hooded vest that comes with the Ronin. Now, be careful on the zippers; they're really tiny, and the stopper at the end, I think I broke mine, honestly. So you gotta be gentle with them. Now, as far as the figure itself, it is beautiful. I mean, it is expensive at $270. You can opt for the non-deluxe version for $30 less, although I don't really suggest you do that. For $30 more, if you're in this hobby, there's not a whole lot of difference between 240 and 230, especially if you're getting all those accessories like the head sculpt and the vest and all that stuff. Because if one day you decided that you want to make him Ronin, you're gonna try to get them on eBay, and it's gonna cost you money, more than $30. So when in doubt, when there's not a whole lot of difference, if the difference was $100 or $70, I would say, get that money and keep it. But for 30, it's not it's a no-brainer in my opinion. Kind of like with Captain Marvel. That's not a whole lot of difference there. So just get the deluxe version. If you don't use the accessories, then you don't. They're there, just in case you decide one day that you want to put him in that Ronin pose. And this is how he looks. It looks great, man. It looks terrific. See the gloves. Articulation wise, there's no problem for me. Everything is I'll showcase you the articulation later. The boots, it's beautiful, nicely crafted. As you can see, the sole part there, I should have just taken a video of his sole as well, because the shoe looks great. Moving forward here, I believe this is a two-part boots. Yes, it is. And then you can insert, you can see on his boots on his right hand side right there, they give you two versions of the dagger. One is a closed one is an open version. So I just put it in there, and then you can still use one more, the open version. So I don't know why they just didn't made it retractable, kind of like the Joker knife before gave us two. Whatever, man. And on the back, you would always use this strap on his back. Mine doesn't look like it's even. I don't know if the glue is being undone here or whatever, because now I'm just noticing it. And there's a pleather material on this one, as you can see. Now be careful if you live in a humid area. This might not be the most ideal Hawkeye for you. So, just keep that in mind. I've seen reports, and the pleather material, I guess it depends on where you are at, your condition as well. Not necessarily the type of pleather that they use. It might play a factor as well. But I can only speak for myself. I've never had anything, pleather flake on me. So, but I've seen others who has flaked before, and can't even blame them for skipping this figure altogether, because that is not a good experience. You're buying this figure for almost $300, and all of a sudden, they're gonna start deteriorating. So I don't blame them at all. These are types of things that after you're done with them, you might want to sell them again. Maybe get some money, maybe make some money out of them. Look at that little arrow on his forearm. That is beautiful. I don't know if you can actually make money out of Hawkeye. The first Hawkeye was sought after, the one from the first Avengers. I don't think this is going to be the same case for this guy. Now with the head sculpt, the controversial one. What do I think about this head sculpt? I think it looks great. Does it looks exactly like Jeremy Renner, I believe his last name is, if I'm pronouncing it right. I believe on certain angles, what throws it off, I believe, is the shape. It could have been more elongated. Now, with that being said, should you not buy this figure because of the head sculpt? I don't think so. I think the head sculpt is pretty strong. Again, I can only reference this to the Age of Ultron one, and I like that figure. Does he look Asian to me? I kind of see that argument, although I'm not 100% sold on it. I think it looks great. The fade looks terrific. The only thing that's missing in my opinion here, and he didn't use this in the movie, this is just me wanting more, is some sunglasses, to give you that old school Hawkeye look, since this is kind of like the end game. So I kind of want him to have at least a remnants of, he's not wearing any purple or anything to resemblance the comic book style Hawkeye. So at least with the sunglasses, and I sold my Age of Ultron one. I just want to see him, if that's, because they're talking about the eyes, and I see it being, Asian type looking eyes. But again, I mean, from this angle, I see the argument. It's still pretty good to me. It's not like the Ant-Man situation where it's creepy. Let's be honest, Hot Toys' worst figure is still pretty good. So now if you turn off the lights and give him some shadows and all that stuff, it does change. I like the texture. I like it. I have no complaints towards it at all. So I am happy to have this. As far as the head sculpt and everything is concerned, I'm okay with it. I don't see the argument. If you're not gonna buy this, don't buy it, not because of the head sculpt. You know what I mean? Like, it's expensive, or you think there's gonna be another Hawkeye down the line that is better. I can get that argument. But if you don't buy this because you think the head sculpt is bad, I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Now, articulation wise, the shoulders are separated. So, but you can see there's a good range of movement in here. The waist you can still move. You can't really bend them forward. This kind of slight bending in there. It's being affected by that that shirt that he's wearing. Although you can take it out. The legs, you can move them forward a bit. There's some knee bending motion there. I don't know if you're gonna require his legs to move forward any further than this. But it looks good. You can have him kneeling and shooting bows and arrows, like if I really wanted to. And this is him size comparison wise, because by the time I shot this video, I didn't have Black Widow as of yet. So the only thing I can put him on is with the Infinity War Black Widow, which is pretty much in scale. Good partners in here. I can't wait for that. I already have it on my pile of loot on Big Bad Toy Store, the Endgame Black Widow, which is ultimately gonna replace this Black Widow of mine. Although I'm not sure if I should sell this, because I do love Infinity War as well. So we'll see. But yeah, a beautiful tandem right here. And here he is. I'm just gonna put him in two poses, not any crazy poses here. Shooting his arrow from the mini arrow from his left forearm, which looks pretty good in here. As you can see, he's turning around. I think he's in Vormir right now. I think it's called Vormir. I didn't even notice. I just got this image online, and is that like Tony Stark's arc reactor in there? I am not quite sure, but yep, he's shooting. There you go. Beautiful figure, man. Like I said, and this is the Ronin version, because I didn't have a chance to shoot his entire, not entire outfit, but his shirt from the Ronin version. So I mean, it looks good. Looks good to me. So you can do either way. If you're getting tired of him being Hawkeye, then you can certainly put him in the Ronin position. And it looks like you have two figures, because he looks totally different when you dress him up as Ronin. So, and then if you like ninjas or any sort of those combination, then I think it's this would be a perfect fit for you. Just beautiful, man. Just plain beautiful. And that's his pose when he killed someone and he's trying to wipe off the blood on his arm with his blade. The blade, by the way, is plastic, so it's not die cast or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Not that it ruins the experience of this figure, but this is it, man. You got Hawkeye Ronin Deluxe version. So if you are planning to pick this figure up, you gotta get it from a Big Bad Toy Store. They're only $4 shipping. And also get the deluxe version. Do not get the individual version, because you're gonna get your money's worth when you pick up the deluxe version. That's all I'm trying to say here. $30 makes no difference. And also the best, in my opinion, the best Hawkeye, today. Now, if you're willing to wait for the next version, if there's another one, I'm hearing that there's going to be a show on Disney Plus. You can do that. You can do that and wait. But we're looking at 2-3 years here, if that's even the case. So I would say pick this up. If that ever comes out, sell this. You might not make a profit because this is Hawkeye we're talking about here, but at least you went through 2-3 years of having Hawkeye, which is you have it in your possession. So that's all I can say about that. And thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitch. I started streaming there pretty much daily now because of the new Avengers game, and I love Avengers. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review.